Cecilia here. Welcome back to my Etsy shop, Frenchy and Tubby. I'm going to feature 7 new items going into the shop this Friday, tomorrow, April 4th, 2025. I'm going to start with something I would absolutely keep. The thumbnail. This is such a cute teapot. It's beautiful. Look at this thing. How vintage and retro looking could this be? So this is an American teapot. This was made by Porcelain. Porcelain started in Ohio, late 1800s, and then they moved to Greenburgh, Pennsylvania, and they closed in 1954. Initially, they weren't making teapots, bowls, any of that stuff. They were actually making lamps and ceiling light fixtures. Now, if you have an old house, you probably remember or still have some of those porcelain fixtures in your attic or in your staircase, in your basement, and then over time they got replaced. But initially, they were made of porcelain. And then they started making household items, and in particular, they started making teapots. This teapot, very obviously Art Deco, is from the 1930s. And I have to say, considering its age, this teapot is 90 something years old. It's almost an antique, okay? Let me put my glasses on so that I know I'm in focus in the viewfinder. So let's start with the body. Look at this big balloon shape. This is a tall teapot. This is not a potbelly type teapot. It has this bar right here and a repeat of the bar right in the back. Then it has some raised flowers. We have little blue ones here. We have some flowers here. These look like daylilies to me. And then you have another blue one. And right there's an orange. There's a little bit of gold here. And then there's more gold right there. Look at the quality and the condition, considering this is from the 1930s. The spout is in perfect condition, and so is the lid and the skirt on the lid. It's a nice lid. This is a very heavy teapot, okay? The only condition issue that it has, and I think I say that every time I feature a teapot, you do not pour hot water into a cold teapot. What will happen is that you will craze the inner glaze, and this is what happened with this one. I don't know if you can see it on the inside right here. There's some cracks in the inner glaze. It's not going through, so the teapot itself is not compromised. What happened is that over the years, with tea being brewed into the teapot, whatever little cracks we have here started taking the color of the tea or the coffee. It won't affect your teapot at all. It's still in perfectly workable condition. Again, this is where they are on the inside. You can tell that it absolutely did not go through. It's only the glazing on the inside. That's the only flaw. This teapot is phenomenal. This could be one of my best teapots. Beautiful. It's heavy, it's big. Let me give you the dimension, because you need to get an idea of how big the box is going to be, because you know me, I wrap like they're going to the moon. The teapot is 8.5 high by 10 long and 7 wide. Let me give you more close-ups. This is beautiful. So there's a diagonal with the design. You have an orange flower here and an orange flower there, and then a blue here and a blue there, and then those two twins mirror image right there. Oh, I love the shape of it. It's got the little stripes right here, very Art Deco. The shape itself is very Art Deco. It reminds me of those penguin seltzer spritz for bars. Do you remember those that were very popular during those times? That's what the shape and the overall design reminds me of. This is a one of a kind. They are very sought after because, you know, over time they break and people just let go of them, or it's missing a lid, or it's got a broken spout, or it's been repaired. This one is in amazing condition. It's almost 100 years old. What a find. I would absolutely keep this. Absolutely. I hope somebody pounces on it because this is just gorgeous. No crazing on the outside, no hairline crack on the outside. The glaze is still very much, I don't know if you can see, a nice gloss. Oh, it's beautiful. And it says at the bottom, porcelain, vitreous china, and then trademark. Gorgeous. My next item, we're going to stay in pottery. This is a very interesting piece that was very difficult to identify. It's this tray right here. So this is a handmade pottery tray, and then it has that stamp diamond pattern. You see that? And it looks like it was just pinched and folded. So this could be just a trinket tray or a man's dresser tray. Put the wallet, the watch. I suspect though that this tray is to serve sushi or perhaps tea. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the signature at the bottom is a Japanese name. Now, I couldn't find anything about this potter. The potter's name is Suyan. S-U-Y-A-N. There's plenty out there that says Suyan tray, Suyan pottery, but it doesn't have this signature. So I could not ID it for you, but it's beautiful. I think it's not old. I think it's probably from the early 2000s, just based on the back here and the way it's made. But it's such an interesting tray. So again, you can use that as a regular trinket or a catch-all, bedside table. Put in your phone and your watch, your ring. It kind of corrals everything for you. Or if you want to use it for tea. Oh, perfect. I'm going to pick like one thing that looks like a Japanese tea. Okay, put the tea here and a couple of cookies, and look at that. Cute. You can put it on the desk if you want, to keep your pens. Organization tool, basically. But I love the pattern. The stamped pattern here is very nice. Got a rough texture to it. Beautiful glaze. This reminds me of fortune cookies. The color is really that of fortune cookies with a speckle on it. Gorgeous. I really like this too. I would keep this, I think. All right, so that's item number 2. When I come back, item number 3. So we went to what I believe is Japan. Now we're going to Hawaii. Hawaii was not really like a big destination for tourism. That started much later. And pretty much everybody who came back from Hawaii brought back either Hawaiian shirts or monkey pod dishes. This is another one. I have a smaller one in the shop, but this one is really beautiful. Look at this thing. So this is a hand carved monkey pod divided appetizer dish, nut dish if you want. It's one solid piece of monkey pod wood, and it's carved into those beautiful compartments. Now the one I have already in the shop is not as beautiful, I have to say. It's only 3 compartments. This one has 5, but what makes this one more beautiful is that it's lacquered, number 1, and then it has a different color on the back that's more like a cherry, and it doesn't show on my viewfinder. I'm trying to, maybe if I move it, no, it won't show. This is a cherry color. It's got a red tone to it. So it basically is shaped like a leaf, right? And then if you have guests over, or even for yourself watching TV with the family, whatever, M&Ms, you basically make your trail mix, okay? Or you can use it on your desk. You can put paper clips in one. You can put the mini post-its in the other. This is long enough to put a bunch of pens. You can put scotch tape, whatever you want, just to organize again. I am big on repurposing items. Just because you don't eat nuts doesn't mean you can't have this. You can use it anywhere in your house to cross stuff, including jewelry. It's super kitsch, and it was a big thing when people went to Hawaii. I think they still make them. But this one is vintage. It was 1960s, late 60s, early 70s. Beautiful color, lacquered with the back. Maybe you see the color a little bit here in red mahogany, or more like a cherry color. Nice handle. The handle has a little bit of scuffing right here, and you know what? A little bit of stain will take care of it. Same thing with where I suspect the label was. There's a little bit of the varnish that's gone. A couple of nicks here and there, but come on, this thing is 50 plus years old. We forgive it. If you get yourself some restore finish, you can totally cover those. It would be like brand new. Because this one is lacquered, the wood is protected, so you can put things that have liquid. So you can put pickles in it, and you can put olives that would not damage the wood because of the lacquer. I think this is really cool. Matter of fact, I think I would keep that too. I'm lost cause. Let's move on to crystal. I think this one is going to be a favorite for a lot of people. This is such a beautiful vase. It's beautiful because it's a classic shape. It's a little bit flared and tapered here. You see that, right? But it's still very traditional and modern at the same time. This is by Gorham. This is part of the Floral Garden collection. And if you look closer, you probably recognize the type of flowers. These are Calla lilies. And the pattern is Calla lilies. It was made in the 1990s, and they stopped doing it in 2001. So it's vintage, not super old, but vintage nonetheless. I love the bottom part of it because this right here, the way they did it, almost looks like a mercury bubble. If you remember the handles that I had, that were glass handles, this looks just like a doorknob, a Victorian doorknob with the mercury bubble in the middle. It's a gorgeous vase in beautiful condition by Gorham. It's German crystal, 24% lead. It's a gorgeous vase, and why not put some Calla lilies? Because that's what it's meant for, right? They're tall and they're big. You would have to cut them shorter. But this is a beautiful vase. It's got a gorgeous sparkle, and it's a smooth finish. It's hand cut, but it's a smooth finish. No sharpness to it. Love this too. So if you remember when I was decluttering, I told you I had found something at a thrift store, and then when I unpacked it, because it was all taped up, some of the items had chips. So I said, I can't sell it. But two of them were in perfect condition. So I'm going to sell two. And this is really for replacement purposes, unless you just want to, because you don't want a full set. These are the Federal Glass 1950s Homestead luncheon snack plates. They are absolutely beautiful. I love the pattern. It's got this wheat pattern in a spiral, almost looks like feathers, a little bit of a lip, and just a tiny little notch right here to put your cup. So again, calling hour in the 1950s, ladies would visit each other and they would stay in the formal living room, or they would go into the patio, and the lady of the house, the hostess, would bring either a sandwich or a few cookies, and you would have your cup of coffee or tea, and the ladies would have their individual plates with the cup attached to it. I have two plates and two cups. Perfect condition. Some scratches at the bottom, normal for its age, you know, like here and here, because they are from the 50s. Homestead pattern by Federal Glass. I wish we were still making things like this. I think they're elegant, and you don't have to use them when you have guests, you could just use them for yourself for an afternoon snack. If you're doing work on the computer, bring that over. Put your coffee in there and a couple of toast. There you go, ready to go. The next item is also vintage glass, and it was very difficult to identify because it's not very common. It's Viking, which was a common glass producer, but this particular pattern was not issued in large quantity. It was not mass produced by them. This is called Princess Plaza by Viking. It's a compote, right? That's what they call them. And it's very difficult to show on camera, but I think you can see that there's a wheat again pattern, the 50s and wheat. I don't know, it was a theme. Okay, so this wheat pattern all around. It's square. It's quite deep actually for a compote, so definitely can use it as a fruit bowl, as a centerpiece, either on your counter or dining room table. And then it's got like a scalloped lace-like foot with a repeat of the pattern right here, which by the way is not inside the glass. It's almost, this and this is identical, and then it's almost like they fused the ball on top of it. I don't know if that makes sense. Do you see what I mean? It's a beautiful ball. Now it has scratches, not a lot. I think you can see a couple here. Again, because it's from the 50s and it was well loved, well cared for, obviously, because there's no chip, nothing on it. It was in a pitiful condition when I found it. I will be very honest. I could not take any identification pictures of it until I completely washed it. Yeah, Google reverse image was like, I have no idea what I'm looking at right now. Isn't it cool? I think it's a very nice one. It's unusual. Again, it's called Princess Plaza, and it has this wheat etched pattern. The etching is on the outside. I think it's very elegant. Very nice. Viking glass, 1950s. When I come back, one last. This is going to be a special for Mother's Day, I think. It is such a cute thing. So it's a heart, right? It's a heart trinket box. It's got a little peekaboo flower in it. Okay, no big deal, you're thinking, but the back of it says JKW Bavaria, Western Germany, 24 karat gold. And I believe these are forget-me-not. On the top, it's a transferware with forget-me-not at the bottom. JK stands for Joseph Koba. He started his company of porcelain and decorative items in 1939, I think. And then they stopped during World War II, and then they started again right after World War II. You know that West and East Germany started in 1949. This is from the 1950s. That particular pattern and that particular box is from the 1950s, somewhere around 1954. It is the cutest little thing. I love the rounded design. I think I've had hard boxes that were flat. This one is the perfect round little thing. And it's in a really good condition considering. The only thing that I can see as an issue is that this little tiny bit of transferware right there. That to me it looks like it's a piece of transferware that came out, probably because somebody wrapped it in tape, and when they removed the tape, some of the transferware came out. I'm not even sure. I think it is because it's part of the leaf, if you look at it. But who cares? You can barely notice it. And it's from the 50s. This would make a grandma or a mom so happy. This is the perfect little box to put jewelry, to put on a nightstand. And it's a double. So you can also use this part if you want to be able to see the design all the time. It has the label in the back, still intact with the 24 karat gold written on it, and it has an item number which I believe is 8415. Such a pretty box. It's darling. This is real, and it's inexpensive. It's the perfect gift, even for a teacher. But for Mother's Day, think about it. Between this and this vase, unless your mom is a high collector like I am, then she'll want a teapot. This is beautiful. I love this. So that was my last item. This is such a pretty box. Heart shape. I have another one of those Mikasa that's coming up soon. Let me see. What else do I have in heart shape? That's about it. But if you like that kind of stuff, and in particular if you like German and Bavaria porcelain, I have this coming up soon. It's gorgeous. Okay, so that's my last item. I would definitely keep the teapot. Let me show it to you again, because I'm telling you, this is a one-of-a-kind teapot, and it's very sought after. Anything by Porcelier, when it comes to teapot bowls, their houseware in general is very sought after. And this is, again, almost 100 years old. The condition is unbelievable for its age. And then the monkey pod, love that. This is really cool. That could be a gift for a man, definitely. And then what else? Oh, the Viking, I think is beautiful, this thing. And then the homestead. This, again, either for yourself or for replacement purposes if you have broken plates or broken cups. And that would be it. All the items will be live at 5 p.m. tomorrow, Friday, April the 4th. Check out the shop. Link is right here or down below. And please look at pictures. I try to do as many close-ups as possible and really showcase all the best features of the item so you get an idea, particularly for color, because sometimes the viewfinder doesn't translate. Definitely true for this. I'm telling you, this is a mahogany red cherry color. I still can't get it to show. All right, that would be it. I will see you next week. Thanks for watching, and thank you for supporting my shop. Bye.